What's up? What's up, guys? I'm gonna give us a minute or two, let some people roll in. I'm just messing around here. Look at this. My webcam is really weird. The light adjusting here is look. If I just move this over, guess what happens when I move it away? Look how bright I am. I wanted to try to put the chat up here though, so I could see it. When I start switching cameras and stuff like that. But anyways, welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and this channel is specifically dedicated to helping you become a better trader, better at in the financial world and the business space. It's a crazy and chaotic world, and it's my job to help you own it. So welcome to today's live stream. I don't expect anybody to show up today, but oh, hey, there's Greg. But nevertheless, I just wanted to kind of cover some things through the live stream, just because, in case anybody did have any, questions. But today in trading this morning, it was quite interesting to go over some things in the penny stock space that aren't always automatic. One of the biggest catalysts in penny stocks is reverse mergers. Anytime anybody gets wind of some sort of private company reverse merging into a shell to become public, everybody goes crazy over it. And one of the early steps of identifying a potential reverse merger is a reinstatement. And sometimes when somebody sees a reinstatement, they automatically say, "Oh, I'm going to buy it because I want to get on this reinstatement before everybody else catches on, or before we find out what exactly is reverse merging into this." And I want to show you guys what we went over this morning to kind of like get you to understand that not all reinstatements should be treated the same, and not all reinstatements are really reinstatements. And so there's some things to kind of look over that are really important, some key factors that you really need to understand before just go buying into something that just pops up as a reinstatement. So there are going to be two examples that I'm going to go over for you guys. And I see some people rolling in here. Hey, what's going on? QF, Nathan, what's up? Jason Smith, hey man, I haven't seen you in a while. Blade Runner, what's going on, man? So yeah, shifting from big board stocks, it's kind of a sideways market today. So thought this would be a good opportunity to just kind of go and show you what we were looking at today. So if you haven't been here before, hopefully I earned a like and subscribe from you. And I'm going to share my screen here real quick with you and show you We Trade HQ. So this is the platform here. This is one of the examples that I wanted to show you guys on our We Trade HQ platform. If you've never been here before, I encourage you to go check it out. It's absolutely free to join. You can go check it out for yourself. You can search your favorite tickers and do all your due diligence right here on We Trade HQ. We want it to be your one-stop shop. Anything that you want to trade, whether it's cryptocurrencies, big board stocks, penny stocks, that sort of thing. We want We Trade HQ to be the place for you. So go check it out. It's free to join. Doesn't cost you anything. You can vote with sentiment on stuff. You can vote bullish, bearish on whatever it is that you want to vote bullish, bearish on, and then the community gives you a sentiment as too. You can follow it, put it in your own portfolio, that sort of thing. So We Trade HQ, it's a great place to be. Hey, Buffalo Girl, good to see you. TROV, Devin, yeah, had some really great patterns. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, you see your buddy Blade Runner right above you. He made an excellent trade on TROV between yesterday and today. So, yeah, very nice mover. But anyways, PRKR, and then also BLGI had reinstatements that came out today, and they weren't really reinstatements. And what I mean by that is when the reinstatements came out, they reinstated through the Secretary of State of Florida. And Florida requires you to do an annual report every year, just like your typical Nevada ones, but it's not on a regular 365-day rolling period. It's a specific period of the year. So if you pull this up, you look at the Florida annual reports, it says annual reports are due between January 1st, May 1st each year to avoid late fees. Okay. But below that, it says annual reports are due by the third Friday in September to avoid administrative dissolution, which basically means you have to put those annual reports in by the third Friday of September, or else you're defunct. Or else you have to go through the whole reinstatement process again to be, basically be up and running. So, and that's what happened with PRKR. And when PRK are basically they reinstated today or yesterday, showed up as a reinstatement, but their latest annual report was in 2018. So basically, all they did was they just missed it by a month. And if you click on the reinstatement, this guy Jeffrey Parker is still the CEO, still the officers. None of the officers have changed, so nothing has changed. So essentially, this reinstatement has remained the same. It's not really a real reinstatement. It's just they happened to miss it by a month, and they were probably like, "Oh crap, we got to do a reinstatement now because we missed our annual report," and then boom, that's one thing you need to understand. The big one for me, I was surprised that it ran as much as it did, was BLGI. Same situation. BLGI, you see the reinstatement, the last annual report was in 2018. And even though it was in January of 2018, they missed it for September. They have to have it in by September 3rd, just like I was saying, or the third Friday in September, right here, third Friday in September. So they missed that third Friday in September, and it went crazy. It actually was up as high as 300% today. So it showed up on my unusual volume scanner, and people are flipping out. But the officers stayed the same. You can see here, I'm pulling this up on my scanner, on my equity feed scanner. Highs of 0023, and opened today at 002. It gapped up over nothing. It literally was no reason for this to run like it did. It was really ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. This is GOVX. I'm sorry. Let me pull up the right one. BLGI. Sorry. Yeah, so BLGI went up to 0265, had a low of 0069, which is basically what it opened up to today. And, as you can see, when all the way up to 0025 was up 300%. Anybody who bought up here clearly didn't read what was going on. Has $121,000 in dollar volume because they didn't read. The officers were the same. Everything's the same. Nothing has changed. Company's the same. It's because people don't understand how Florida reinstatements work, and they didn't do the work. You can see it went straight up, came straight back down on the chart here over at WeTrade HQ, and that is a very valuable lesson that you need to tell yourself. You just have to read. You just have to know this sort of thing here, and if you don't, this was a 300% run, but if you bought in at the high of this thinking that this is a reinstatement of potential reverse merger, you would have been sadly mistaken. You've been stuck with a bag. So hopefully you weren't one of those people that bought into that. If you were, let this be a lesson to you. And this is what you need to look out for. There's a lot of other reasons why reinstatements you shouldn't just go buying any old reinstatement. You have to look at things like, share structure, that sort of thing. But, it's a very, I think, important lesson. One that we learned here in the morning mentorship and in the Chaos mentorship, which if you're not a part of, you can go ahead and join that if you'd like to. Links are down in the description below. But I thought this was a really interesting, one of those outlying type of things that people don't really realize. The thing is that sometimes people just see a reinstatement and they just go buying it. And yeah, maybe it'll be good for a pop, but you got to do the work. You got to read through the lines and be like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. The officers are the same. They were only a month behind on being delinquent for the annual reports, so there really is no real reinstatement here. So definitely interesting. Hey, what's going on, Eunice? Good to see you. Pred, lots of volume. Yeah, so PRED, if you guys want to go over some of the other penny stocks of the day. Pred uplisted to OTCQX. Lots of volume, but it's not really moving all that much. So, and people asked me this morning as well in mentorship, and I said, listen, it's one of those things where I don't know if it's, anytime if it's going to uplist to OTCQX, it's not going to really matter all that much. Any kind of uplisting like this is not going to impact the stock, and really you can see because of the volume here, it's still diluting. They still have shares that they're converting as well. So it's unfortunate. I still have some Pred. I'm still holding out hope for them that they'll get their act together and finally uplist, but I'm not very optimistic at this point. So, even though they uplisted the QX, it's not the uplist that everybody wanted. They want NASDAQ, and, it's just not happening. So, APLL. Yeah, we can take a look at APLL. Is it APLL? Hold on. Is that the right one? Let's take a look here. Maybe it's not on WeTrade. I don't see APLL. Not sure, buddy. But yeah, I don't know where APLL is. APPL. Thank you. Oh my God, which one is it? You guys are driving me crazy. All right. So maybe it's just Apple. Maybe it's talking about Apple. ALPP. Thank you. There we go. ALPP. This one's been a great runner. It's been a very good mover over the last several weeks. You can see this. Actually has a really nice cup and handle pattern. I mean, it's a big giant boat pattern. But nevertheless, it's still a cup and handle. Has some really nice consolidation here on the daily. Looks very good for a potential move upwards. Looks like Nathan got in at 2. Today at 7 cents, so looking very good. Had previous highs of 8 cents, just back in the middle of the month or last week actually, and so it's looking pretty good. I think, on the chart, based off of the chart here, it looks like it's holding its ground pretty well, in the 6.5, 6 cent range, somewhere around there. So maybe it continues to go, but this has been a heck of a runner for a while now. You can see that it's bottomed out here in the chart and then started to make nice moves back up. Did this have filings recently? No. Announces the date for its 2014 Expo and shareholder meeting, so that's why it's been getting some eyeballs here. So, yeah, making some nice moves for sure. Thoughts on T-Cell? You know, T-Cell was one that I had on Stock Watch Sunday, this past Sunday, and there was a reason for that. So pulling up T-Cell for you right now. T-Cell has been amazing. Has had highs of 0016. We haven't seen it this high since May. Making some amazing moves. I got 0004s. A lot of our folks within the mentorship got 0005s, and most of us are on free shares at this point. But this is just making some crazy moves up. I think that we continue to see filings here. You can see the reason I talked about this on Sunday was because there were still filings showing up on T-Cell, and you can see that people are finally starting to get catch wind of this, and it's starting to creep up even more. What I think is awesome about T-Cell is that, let me go back to my scanner here. I still have it on my watch list. So T-Cell actually moving, that's like 0016 now. It's so thin. You know, we're seeing this move up on zero volume, essentially. It's moving up on air. And this is pretty rare for something that came from the trips to move all the way up at 0016, and there's hardly any dollar volume. Look, we're 2 hours away from the close, and it's only got $30,000 in dollar volume, but it's moving very, very easily. Something at this price point usually takes a lot more than 125 trades at $30,000 in dollar volume to get a move on. So I'm still very happy about T-Cell. I'm loving where this is going. Couldn't be happier about it. Very, very excited about T-Cell. Hey, awesome, Nathan. That's great to hear, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear. So Nathan said he's up 75%. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and 6 more mining machines. Yeah. Yeah, right. All right, man. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go there. Again, I just wanted to give you like a nice, simple, quick lesson, penny stock 101 type thing, and give you an opportunity to ask some questions. So, looking like BYND is going to close low today. Yeah, well, I mean, BYND, I'll pull this up here real quick. I'll look for it. BYND, yeah. So it's at 101. I mean, listen, I've been pounding my fist on the table about BYND since it was in the 230s back in July. And I still think that it's going to continue to go down low. But if you look at it, I mean, it's been going straight down for the last several days. It was due for some sort of squeeze up. I mean, we can go and look at it on TOS here real quick. But me move. Well, maybe it won't let me do it. All right. So, anyways, if you look at it, it's been going straight down for the last 2 weeks essentially, and really since July, all it's done is go down. This is just a day where it's just going to come back up and it's just going to crash right on back down. I got no problem with BYND doing what it is doing today. It is what it is. It doesn't belong in the $100 range, and it's not going to be there. It's only a matter of time. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you got some value out of this, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching this, I certainly would appreciate a subscribe. I go over everything these days. I started out going over just strictly penny stocks, and I realized that I needed to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit, which is why Dave was asking about BYD, and you see me putting out stuff as it relates to bigger board stocks. Tesla is doing phenomenal on its earnings. Yeah, I'd appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys know it. As always, I will see you all before the bell. MB Smith is out. Take it easy, guys. Hope you have a great day.